Mark, the vibes have shifted in the chat. I know you always ask about the temperature in chat, and we got a super chat earlier that we've been holding on to until you got here. So we've spent the last basically 3 months asking you every day. So are they going to tank or not? Well, Sheldon comes in with the $4.99 super $4.99 super shout out Sheldon. Say that 5 times fast.
Mm-hmm.
If the Mavs beat OKC next game, should they go all in? Their pick won't be top 8, maybe not even top 10. If they go all in, what or who is a realistic target?
Okay,
they don't necessarily have a ton of picks to go all in, but they do have a couple.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, like they still to me. Look, if AD, we said this coming into the season as well. Like if AD is a two-way force, you're not going to be able to tank. I mean, when he's out there and playing at this level, they're obviously going to be in play-in range at the worst. And the bottom of the West is more open than we thought it was going to be. They don't have a ton of trade assets to, quote, go all in. I mean, it's going to be fascinating to see. I mean, again, the tenor around the mood around the team has changed so much just after a few wins that I think everyone's kind of recalibrating a little bit. Obviously, Patrick Dumont was here tonight sitting courtside. I would love to know what he made of it. But direct me in a more, I mean, do you have a more, am I missing something? Like, where do you want to take
Are we trading
this?
for Giannis?
No. Well, I don't think that's what Sheldon was asking, but yes, I am curious.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, do they have enough assets to realistically get that done? I don't see it. But I would also say, still, we are not to the point of Giannis really forcing his way out. And that's, to me, what still has to happen. And we're just not there yet. The time to do it was the offseason, and he didn't. And you heard Doc Rivers today come out and say that no matter what's been reported, Giannis has never asked to be moved. And they've certainly all danced around it. But until Giannis makes that push, to me, it's not going to happen. And he has not been willing to make that push. It's got to come from the player. The Bucks don't want to trade him, clearly. They don't want to go down that road. So until Giannis is the one really forcing the issue, I don't know that we're going to, I just still, it's hard for me to see it in season. I just think it is more likely in the off season than during the season. But look, there's been enough discussion today. Every team is going to call, and the Mavs will certainly be on the list. You have to call and see, do we have anything you like? Can we assemble a multi-team trade? That the Mavs will obviously run the ground ball out. You have to make the call and see if you have any chance. But again, to me, Giannis to this point has not applied real pressure that forces Milwaukee's hand. And until that happens, to me, I just don't know how much farther down the line it really is, even though obviously today everyone is talking about it.
Let's thank our television audience for joining us here on the DLLS Mavs Podcast and our post-game show. The conversation will continue over on alldlls.com. Make sure you go to alldlls.com to become a diehard member. Today, we are joined by our national NBA insider, Marc Stein, here on our DLLS Mavs post-game show after the Mavericks get a 118-108 win for their third straight win as they take out the third best team in the Eastern Conference in the Miami Heat, as the Mavericks get ready to go on the road for the first time of a road home back-to-back on Friday night when they take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Real quick thought before we wrap up here. The Giannis Bucks situation feels a lot like the early stages of the Damian Lillard Portland Trailblazer situation. Neither one of them wanted to break up with the other until Dame finally got to a point where it was like, okay, I just need to be the one to say it. I need to go. And then obviously we saw what happened and things move. Maybe Giannis has to be the one, as uncomfortable as it may be for him after 13, 14 seasons in Milwaukee, to be like, you know what? It's time for us to go ahead and part ways. What's best for him and what's best for the organization. It just feels like neither one of them wants to make the move and say it's time for us to break up.
No, I can tell you for sure the Bucks do not want to. And if you go to Milwaukee, that's when you really feel it. The whole thing there, it is all built around Giannis. They didn't win a championship for 50 years. And if Giannis stays, whether they're in the championship conversation or not, they're relevant. They matter. He's so pivotal to that franchise. So, like I said, until he's the one who really forces the issue, I just don't see this going super far. Now, maybe that can happen. Maybe that will happen now. Giannis, when he talked about this at the start of the season, he acknowledged that, he has had some wanderlust thoughts, but he says it's something that I only think about in the offseason. He says, once the season starts, I'm all in. So that kind of sent the signal around the league of, okay, he's gonna play out this season with the Bucks, then we'll see. Have things gotten bad enough in Milwaukee, given the start, given the state of their roster, given the limited assets they have to make a move to change their roster? Has it reached the point that something could actually happen during the season? Again, I think that has to come from the player saying, I'm done, I want to go. Let's work on a trade. And the Bucks posture, I mean, they're waiting for their hand to be forced. They don't want to trade him.
Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of overlap in Coops and Giannis's games, and so I'm not sure. Despite AD and Giannis making the same amount of money and both teams being in a situation where trading dollar for dollar would actually help a whole lot, I'm not sure there's a path there for the Mavs, Kevin, and it breaks my heart to say that. But Mark, kind of going back to the super chat before, so I would think, or 2 weeks ago, version of Bobby would have thought that if the Mavs were going to try and make an addition at the deadline as opposed to break it down, if they were trying to buy, they would want to add a guard. Well, if Ryan Nembhard keeps playing like this, they don't really need a guard, do they? If anything, they need a big. Gafford left the game injured. Mm-hmm. I don't remember if Ron shared an update with that. I don't think we have an update on Gafford. Mm-hmm. Derek Lively, who knows? So I don't know. I mean, maybe the Mavs need a big now,
Derek, Derek Lively, if you guys remember that I reported that the fear was an extended absence. The team then announced he's out a minimum 7 to 10 days, and then they were going to update it after 7 to 10 days. But I think the outstanding footage from our own Abby Jones this week showed that Lively had a boot on his foot. So I don't think he's coming back in 7 to 10 days. We don't know how long it is. We don't know Gafford's status, but obviously Gafford went down, left the game, did not return. It's going to be a roller coaster, but there's going to be lots of discussion obviously between now and February 5th. I mean, today is December 3rd.
Yes. So only for a little bit longer.
Trade season does not really start until December 15th, when the majority of free agents who sign contracts in the summer become eligible to be traded. So it's still a little bit early to get a great read on things. But obviously, look, the Mavs are a team of huge curiosity around the league. Every other team I talk to wants to talk about the Mavs. They're trying to figure out what direction the Mavs are going to go. And I think the Mavericks, to be honest, are still figuring out the best direction to go. But look, to me, I don't want to sit here and go, okay, 3-game winning streak, even though, especially the last, beating Denver, beating Miami, these are teams that have gotten off to strong starts. They're very good wins. But because of the draft pick situation, I still think it behooves the Mavs to end up in the lottery, because you don't have control of your first for 27, 28, 29, or 30. So I think in the grand scheme of things, that would still be the better outcome. But playing like this, playing the way we've seen these last 3 games, this is more of the team that we expected, and that I think more of the team that people around the league expected. And look, the best part about it probably is, I mean, Nebhard is a Cinderella story. AD has come back and played 3 good games. You know, he's certainly rounding into form. The best part of the story is what that has done for Cooper Flag. To have AD at the 5, to have a point guard running the team in a low mistake, highly efficient way. Look what it has done for Cooper Flag. It's just unlocked him and set him hurtling towards the rim, which the Karalla Strader, I'm sure, loves.